What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video.
Architecturally and naturally diverse continents on the planet, their banknotes are remarkably dull. It's a deliberate decision. They can't be seen to favour one country more than another, so the architecture and buildings they portray are all entirely fictional. It's a terrible shame, but I understand it. They can't just print hundreds of different designs, or it would be a nightmare and very easy to fool people with counterfeits. Enter the €0. These are souvenir notes, originally intended to promote tourism, but which have since evolved into an encyclopedia of the continent and beyond.
So basically, this means just like something you just bring back to the spot, put it in the frame, and say, "Look what I got."
Right.
Nice looking. A zero note.
I would want to collect all of them.
Yeah, you can.
I said I wanted to collect them all because they would be about the different countries. It wouldn't be one country.
It's not just one. Oh, I thought it was all the same. I see the different. I see it. There's Waldo. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Though there are literally thousands of designs, meaning this is by no means an exhaustive list, I've tried to acquire at least one from every country.
See?
Let's begin our journey in France, where these banknotes were born in 2015. This is the Arc de Triomphe, and I actually bought this one from a vending machine inside the monument itself. At just over 200 years old, the Arc commemorates those who fought and died in both the French Revolution and Napoleonic Wars, and the landmark can be seen again on the Champs-Élysées €0, alongside the city's Egyptian obelisk. Next there's the Sacré-Cœur, the second most visited landmark in Paris, after of course the Eiffel Tower. Now these two notes are actually polymer, rather than the traditional paper feel of the euro. Although they normally make these in paper, I obtained them as part of a 2017 polymer collector's set. It's also worth pointing out that the Eiffel Tower features on all of the notes, both as one of the landmarks depicted on the reverse, and as this strange holographic shape in the top left of every design, portraying the landmark's footprint. This symbol also appeared on the last 200 French franc note before the introduction of the euro, featuring the tower's designer Gustave Eiffel. Now we leave Paris behind and travel to the magnificent Palace of Versailles, again part of the polymer series, before heading south to the Millennial Viaduct, the tallest bridge in the world. Finally, for France, we visit the rarest €0 of them all, and what is in fact the single rarest, heading south to the Millennial Viaduct, the tallest bridge in the world. Finally, for France, we visit the rarest €0 of them all, and what is in fact the single rarest banknote in my entire collection. Marineland is an aquatic zoo that in 2015 saw devastating floods. Many animals escaped, while some were left in mud-filled pools, and several even tragically died, including sharks, stingrays and turtles. Another casualty of the flood, however, was the €0 machine, destroyed and lost to the water, and nobody's precisely sure how many had been sold up until that point. Whatever the number...
So hold on, so that's like a small percentage of people who have this note.
Right.
Very small percentage.
So if you want it, you gotta go on eBay.
Now that one definitely probably like costs a lot.
Yeah. Let us know if you have this, and let us know if like they rebuilt it.
Right.
You know?
Wasn't a lot, and the surviving notes have since skyrocketed in value, becoming the most sought after of them all. With that, let's move on geographically to Monaco, the second smallest country in the world. We keep the aquatic theme and see two notes from the Musée Océanographique, a century-old marine museum, with the notes portraying a loggerhead sea turtle and the museum's cliffside face. Next is on to another tiny country, Andorra, sandwiched between France and Spain. The banknote features Casa de Laval, a historical house built in 1580 that serves as the headquarters of the country's general council, or parliament. Let's travel further west still to Spain, where we see the landmarks of Barcelona depicted beautifully on this note. There's a 140-year-old and still unfinished Sagrada Familia, which can be seen on the back of every note, as well as the Casa Mila, the Casa Ballo, the Lizard in Park Güell, and the Columbus Monument. From the polymer set, there's also the Santiago de Compostela Cathedral and the incredible Alhambra, a red palace and fortress complex that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Next up is Portugal and another polymer note, featuring the Belém Tower, a 16th century fortification on the banks of the Tagus River in Lisbon. Interestingly, the tower now features on the back of each note, replacing Big Ben around 2016 or 17.
Oh wow.
I wonder whatever could have led them to remove Big Ben around that year. It's a mystery. But talking of Big Ben, let's continue our journey in the United Kingdom.
But I feel like the internet is undefeated, so someone, if y'all know the mystery, go ahead. Go ahead and
The
crack the code.
conspiracy
Put
theory.
it in the comment section.
Now, the UK never adopted the euro, and as such, there are only a handful of €0 notes here. This design
that's
sees the
a-
landmarks of London,
definitely,
Big Ben,
yeah.
Tower Bridge,
Definitely.
the London Eye, and Buckingham
Definitely.
Palace, whilst one of the only other ones I could find sees the RMS Titanic. The Titanic is
I don't
obviously
know.
the most famous ship in history, and was built in Belfast, Northern
know if I
Ireland,
would
and
get
set
that.
sail
The
on her
Titanic?
disastrous maiden voyage from Southampton. From
You
the
don't want
Republic-
that's your favorite movie though.
I know. I was about
What
to say
happened?
Dion is probably like, girl, what? I don't know if I would want that. A souvenir of that one. I don't.
I can
It
understand
just
it.
feel like a bad omen. I don't think I would want that one.
Ooh, okay.
And listen, I am a movie theater geek. Okay, movie and theater geek.
That's when you would put it like in the case and never open it again.
Yeah, don't even look at it.
And when you hear the conversation come up, you be like, I got one of them. But
It's like keeping a coin in your pocket or something. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Let's know which ones you guys have so far. It's
Of
pretty dope.
Ireland, I
The
have
London
5
one.
notes, portraying a map of the country, a Celtic harp and shamrocks, the Foynes Flying Boat Maritime Museum, several landmarks from its capital Dublin, including the statue of Molly Malone, a note portraying landmarks from elsewhere in the country, including the Cliffs of Moher, and then a note dedicated to just the Cliffs of Moher. Next, let's sail upwards to Iceland, another country that, like the UK, doesn't use a euro, instead using the Icelandic krona. Because of this, no notes have been issued, with the exception of one from a series celebrating the 32 countries of the 2018 World Cup. It sees a player beside the incredible Church of Holgrimar in Reykjavik. Norway also doesn't use a euro, instead using the modern-looking Norwegian krone. And like Iceland, mainland Norway doesn't have any €0, although Svalbard, one of the nation's Arctic territories, does. The note features a polar bear with her cubs, beside one of the iconic polar bear warning signs. Yet again, Sweden doesn't use a euro, rather the Swedish krona, and as far as I can tell, this design of the old town island of Gamla is the only note to be issued there. But Finland, which does use a euro, offers significantly more designs. The two I have portray the skyline of capital Helsinki and Santa Claus, sold at the post office in Santa Claus Village, right up in the Arctic Circle. The post office receives letters to Santa from all over the world and is open year-round, featuring postal workers dressed as elves.
That's tight. That's great. Okay.
Next up is neighbouring Russia, which uses the Russian ruble. There are a good few €0 notes regardless, including this wonderful design of St. Basil's Cathedral, which many people mistakenly call the Kremlin, beside this building, which really is called the Kremlin. From Russia, it's on to Estonia, where we see Tallinn's beautiful medieval skyline, before travelling down to Latvia's capital Riga. This banknote sees a rather ornate House of the Blackheads, completely destroyed during the Second World War, but rebuilt over 50 years later in 1999. In Lithuania, we visit what's left of capital Vilnius's castle, rebuilt in 1933. The original castle can be seen on the old 50 Lithuanian liter banknote, the country's pre-euro currency. Now we reach Poland, who use the Polish zloty, and the €0 notes of which all seem to be remarkably sought after and expensive. I couldn't acquire any from Warsaw, so had to settle for this design from the city Legnica, depicting
That's
the
your one.
Piast Castle, one of the largest in Poland. It also features what appear to be some very old coin designs, perhaps from the Piast dynasty, when the castle was built. From Poland, we dip down into Slovakia and see another castle, this time in Bratislava, which stands on an isolated hill in the otherwise flat capital. The Czech Republic is another country that doesn't use a euro, using one of my favourite European currencies, the Czech koruna. Nonetheless, there are quite a few €0 designs, but I had to pick this one from the Ústí nad Labem Zoo,
I don't know,
featuring
that
my
was-
favourite animal, the tapir.
I don't know. He
Now-
said the polar bear was his favorite one. This one was pretty dope too. Now.
Yeah,
That
the
one-
kids
that one
would
looked
love
good.
that one.
Yeah, I like how all the countries have it to where it's like an exciting thing for the €0, where no matter where you're traveling, you can go and collect one. Not every location, but for the most part, you can collect one. I like how they had that connection like that.
Yeah, I love that as well.
I'm aware how long and list-like this video's becoming, and I can even feel my own attention span slipping, so Austria is going to be the final country we look at in this particular video. Let's start in Hallstatt, an incredibly picturesque village on the shores of Lake Hallstatt. I actually have two banknotes from here, this traditional
Wow,
€0
nice.
Yeah,
and this
they're
strange green one. This is actually a rival company that prints its own notes, believe it or not.
Right.
They're still based upon the original euro design and also feature working security features including UV ink, microprint and a watermark, although this brand hasn't become nearly as successful. Anyway, next we visit Salzburg, home of legendary composer Mozart, before ending our tour in capital Vienna at the majestic Schönbrunn Palace, a note from the Polymer series. So this is where we put the bookmark, and we'll continue the journey in a few weeks' time, exploring the rest of Europe.
Oh, yeah, we're going to separate that. Make sure you guys check his channel out. I like that he did Austria best for last. I ain't going to say best for last because every one of these notes was pretty nice. But the fact it was UV light, you know what I'm saying, it had the green tint. Hey, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, my favorite one of all of these was the London one. I really did like that one.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Just, I don't know, their skyline just remind me of like a fair or like a fair. It looks fun.
Detail after detail with that one.
The 2022 Banknote series is the first generation of Barbadian banknotes printed on polymer, a plastic material that is non-porous and tear-resistant, keeping the notes looking newer for longer and extending their lifespan. Several elements of the notes have been retained for continuity. They feature the same historic Barbadians, John Redmond Bevell, Sir Frank Worrell, the Right Excellent Charles Duncan O'Neill, the Right Excellent Samuel Jackman Prescott, the Right Excellent Errol Barrow, and the Right Excellent Sir Grantley Adams, although the portrait of Sir Frank Worrell will now show him in his cricket uniform. The colors are also largely the same, but the hues have been adjusted to increase the contrast between denominations for the benefit of the visually impaired. Visually impaired and fully blind people will also have the option to use tactile marks that will make it possible for them to differentiate.
Can we take some notes? I'm tired of the same green. I love green. I do.
Yeah.
But can we take some notes? Like we've had the same money since I was a little girl.
Them blue faces is the only thing that changed.
No, that's the only thing that changed.
That's the only thing that changed. And I think it even went up another level with security on it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
But why that's the only one?
But that's the only one.
That's the only one?
Yeah, the $100 bill in the U.S. is definitely blue. With it like
the 50 too. Did they do something to the 50?
I don't think the 50
Well,
doing
the process is slow.
Yeah, everything else is green.
I feel like in comparison to all these other countries, our money is plain.
I wonder why. I wonder like if there's ever a point in our life, like in the U.S., where they're going to advance our money. Like I have to look into that.
It's a slow process.
I don't think it's ever. I don't hear nobody talking about it. You know,
slow process.
It's been like this for a long time.
What I was gonna say. What?
How long do you think we had the blue 100 for now?
About 6 years, huh?
6 years?
Because I remember I was pregnant when it came out.
That's not long. That's really not long.
It's not. So we should have at least had 2 or 3 more came out.
Yeah.
Come on, look. The visually impaired.
Yeah,
they got
need
features.
That, yeah. But you know what? I think what happened is when the money does advance, the people change.
You think?
Possibly, right?
What you mean people change?
On the cover of the faces. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to change some people? I mean, I know there was talks about it.
Yeah, I heard of that. I heard of that before, but
it.
I ain't never heard them like advancing the quality of our dollar.
What we doing?
Good question, babe. Good question.
Easily between denominations. The choice of shapes was determined after consultation with the blind and visually impaired community.
Like the boy got a square?
One immediately obvious change in the notes is that the design is now vertical rather than horizontal.
See, I like it.
This new portrait-style orientation allows for a fresh interpretation of the vignettes featured on the back of the notes.
I don't know, like if it wasn't for the color, I would lose that. I'm used to it. I'm used to the rectangle, but I'm used to it going long ways, like side to side. I'm not used to the up and down one.
I think you'll get used to it.
I'll get used to it.
Because it's money. And as soon as you take it from the bank, you'll be like, I got money. Okay. I'm not going to lose the money.
Okay, I feel that.
Although the main images continue to be related to the people featured on the front of the notes, the perspectives have changed. The back of the $20, for example, features a different angle of Barbados' historic Parliament buildings, and the image of the 3Ws oval, found on the $5 note, is now superimposed with the image of Sir Frank Worrell at the crease.
Playing cricket.
The most significant changes, however, are those that have been added to make the notes harder to copy. The new substrate, in addition to being more durable, allows for strong, easy-to-use security features to be incorporated.
That's clean. Man, I think we're the only people in the world who don't have a one-colored dollar, bro. Like
I know.
I think we're the only ones. We don't have color like.
Why we not keeping up with the times? Somebody tell me. I mean, we got one blue dollar. I mean, well, not a dollar, but
one, but it's blue.
$100 bill. One. Where we going? And I feel like it's time to update the pictures. I feel like we need to pay homage to some people.
Everybody else did it.
We got to pay homage, okay? We got to.
Or we can put the big 5 on ours too.
Baby, we ain't got the big 5.
We got big
like
something.
We got to add some Native American history in there.
Facts.
We got to
yeah.
add some African American history in there, okay?
Yeah, for real.
Come on. What we doing? Why we taking so long?
Everybody else need their flowers too.
It's 2023.
About to be in 2030. They gonna say that? How you gonna say it? 2030?
2030.
We about to be in 2030. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Is actually transparent, and an area at the bottom of each note has been left uncoated, creating a see-through window. On lower denominations, the $2, $5, and $10, the window contains a smaller version of the image featured on the back, which when tilted has an iridescent sheen. On the higher denominations, the $20, $50, and $100, the vignette images have been reproduced as holograms that catch the light brilliantly.
Candy.
Among the other security features are a small broken trident at the top right of each note that, when held up to the light, reveals the note's denomination. Elsewhere on the note, other broken tridents light up under ultraviolet light. Viewing the notes under UV light also calls attention to other elements of the design, including highlighting lines of the national anthem that have been printed on the back.
They got like more than one security code on these dollars. And,
Yes.
like, they got more than one.
Like, it's hard for y'all to copy this.
All they do for us, y'all, for our money, besides the blue, they take a marker and they mark it.
Yes.
And then see if it change the color. That's it. We don't got all that extra highlighting stuff,
Right.
bro. That,
I think they have a machine. I don't know, but the marker does the trick.
The marker does
Or they
the
hold
trick.
it to the light.
Right, the old
I'm
trick.
like, girl,
Better put that in the cash register. Give me my Snicker
for
bar.
real.
Of each denomination.
Whoa.
The overall effect is a banknote series that is attractive,
Did
including
y'all see
highlighting
that?
lines of the national anthem that have been printed on the back of each denomination.
Wow.
I think this is the first time I've seen this. The connection. I've never
Yes, they connected.
seen nowhere
and
else.
They got their
yeah.
national anthem. What?
That's hot. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I see these different, places. The first three, the $2 bill, the $5 bill, and the $10 bill look like it could be by each other. Even if it's not, it just look like it's all one scenery.
Well, they got that because of the
Like
security.
together. That's
Yeah.
nice.
That's really nice, y'all.
The overall effect is a banknote series that is attractive, modern, and unquestionably Barbadian, with security features that are harder to see.
Y'all heard that?
Mm.
Modern. Say it with me. Modern. We're still in the 1900s. Okay?
Further than that. Shoot, further than that. We old times
Yes.
talking like, bro.
Come on. Come on. Y'all be bragging for everything. Update the money. We need something nice to look at. The children need to be wowed even more when they get money.
I think this would change the narrative, like, with the value of the dollar. Like, when people have it on them, it would change. Like, because we're already flashy. Yeah, think about it.
You flashy.
No, pause.
I am not flashy.
No, yes. I'm just saying, in today's world, like, we're already flashy. You see all the jewels. You see the big
Yeah.
watches, right? You see the big chains and everything. The boy pull out one of them.
Yeah.
On top of that, my
real.
money gonna match my outfit today. I'm just saying.
For real, when they
Rockin'
be
orange.
doing the money and
boy be clean.
and the money.
Hey, that'll be tight.
Right. I mean,
That'd be tight.
at least keep one green dollar. Then we'll have to change up a lot of songs in movies.
Oh.
The green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that.
Relate, but easy to authenticate. Stand
Wow.
secure against counterfeiting with Barbados'
Wait, hold on,
2022 Polymer Banknote
Barbados?
Series.
Yeah, was that Barbados? How
So they have
Barbados
the
look?
the national anthem, the flag, and
The scenery, and then when you put it like that,
Another
is that the
way.
island?
I will tell you what our dollars make if we fold them together, but I
Yeah.
don't want to
What
sound
they
like a
make?
conspiracies.
Oh. The triangle?
More than that,
The eye?
everything, a whole lot of stuff.
No, that's nice. That's what
Man.
you call money. Like what? See all these polymer. What it's called? First of all, are we still on? I don't know if we still on paper or not. In cotton, I think we are. I'm not sure, but they done upgraded the quality of it. Is harder to rip. I remember being in school, right? Like elementary school, and I would rip my money.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I
that's
would be
hard to
so
rip.
sad.
Yeah.
I would go get that tape, make sure it stick together.
Man.
Just tape it all up, just laminate it.
Man, I was one of them. I was ironing my money. I want my stuff to stay crispy. What?
And when you wash it.
I think what's going on in today in the U.S. is because we're going more electronic with our money. We don't need, like, that's fire to have, but I think we're going more on the electronic route. And I don't know too many.
But I mean, you still need cash.
You do need cash, but
You need cash.
you got what? Apple Pay.
Yeah, they got that too.
Man, if I had that,
That's nice to look at. I would just look at it.
it was nice to look at.
Yeah.
Prior to 2002, most European countries had their own independent currencies. France had the French franc, Italy had the Italian lira, and Finland had the Finnish markka, to name just a few. It made trade and travel a lot more complicated, as you needed to change your money for each different country, often incurring exchange rates, commissions and fees. What's more, there was often vast disparity between the values of each currency. Whilst the Italian lira banknote stretched all the way up to 500,000, the highest denomination French franc was only 500. So if you were visiting one from the other, it would be very difficult to gauge how much you were actually spending. In practice, it was a nightmare. An obvious one, and it was an idea that had been talked about and was being worked towards for decades. Without getting into the precise history, the euro as we know it was first introduced for non-cash transactions on New Year's Day 1999, and then the first banknotes
like
in
how
dollars
ours
on New
is.
Year's Day 2000.
5 to 100.
The only countries that did not adopt the currency were Denmark and the United Kingdom, although there are several other EU countries who don't yet meet the economic criteria, but will make the change once they do. They've just finished releasing a new and updated series, which this video is going to take a look at. Now, I'm not going to get into any of the pros and cons of the currency, or any of the economic arguments or considerations. Instead, I'm going to approach the euro purely as a banknote collector, as someone who likes shiny and colourful objects with a cool story, not as a critic of the currency itself. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing.
Oh,
Now, normally
okay.
I'd go through and talk about each banknote individually, but with the euro it makes much more sense to talk about them collectively. These new notes are known as the Europa series, and they are very much a series, with each denomination just a slight variant on the overall design. Like the previous series, the notes have retained their size, colour and the theme of European architecture. The front of each denomination displays a window or doorway to represent openness and cooperation, whilst the reverse depicts a bridge, symbolising communication. The €5 sees a classical architecture style, the 10 Romanesque, the 20 Gothic, the 50 Renaissance, the 100 Baroque and the 200 a 19th century iron and glass theme. The old 500 note had the theme of modern 20th century architecture, although has been discontinued and is slowly being removed from circulation. Importantly though, none of the specific doorways, windows or bridges shown are real. They're fictional designs, intended to represent each of the original members but without unfairly representing one more than the other. Also like the previous series, the reverse of each note features a map of Europe, although this time including Malta and Cyprus, who have both since joined the Eurozone, as well as left to show the Canary Islands and some of France's territories. But that's about it for the similarities. So what exactly has changed? Well, the denomination in the bottom left has been replaced by one in green colour changing ink, making it difficult to replicate. And on the 100 and 200 notes, it even contains tiny euro symbols. There's also a larger holographic strip on the right, this time containing an image of Europa, a figure from Greek mythology after whom the concept...
So quick question, how do you guys identify a fake bill from a real bill? Because for us, they have to put the money up, swipe it with a marker, and do a color thing or something like that. But you guys have so much going on with these bills, so I'm like, how do they even...
It's hard to copy.
Like, what do y'all do to identify whether it's real or fake? You know what I'm saying?
Counterfeit money.
Drop that in the comments.
was named. Europa can also be seen in the watermark of each note, alongside the denomination and piece of architecture, although admittedly it does kind of resemble a kid's drawing. In terms of other security features, both series are fairly similar. Obviously, they all feature the Orion constellation, a group of 5 circles or donuts which can be detected by printers and computer software in order to prevent photocopying. This feature was included on banknotes in secret for many years.
But I'm saying that like in grocery stores or things like that, you gotta run it through a computer system.
In every like commerce thing?
Because I know money exchange be fast.
Yeah.
So it's like
I don't know.
What do they specifically do? Because I know a person can just eyeball it, put up a V light, and be like, "Yeah, that dot is wrong, sir. You can't have that." So it's like I want to know. Like,
I don't know. And if a person did try to make counterfeit money, like it looked like they will be having the
technology though is real,
yeah,
so people can literally just take it right back out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious, you guys. I want to know.
But like like here, like birth certificates, if you try to copy it, what comes out of the printer, it'll say this is not official. This is not official all along it. So I wonder if that's like the same thing that they have.
That's cool. Interesting. I want to know though. Drop that.
First detected it on a €10 note, hence the name and the fact that it sort of doesn't really resemble Orion. Under UV light, certain elements of the notes glow to indicate their authenticity, including the stars in the flag and the stars around the architecture, as well as certain sections of the reverse. Tiny glowing flecks are also visible, something they purposely add into the paper, again to show their authenticity. But the new notes have added another really cool security feature in the form of these short diagonal lines on the edges of each note. If you fold the notes round to form a circle, they perfectly line up, indicating that the note is likely genuine, as counterfeiters can have difficulty being so precise with their printing. And these notes have introduced a microprint too, seen in the stars in the middle of the note. If you look extremely closely, you'll see the word euro repeating in 3 different alphabets. Again, something that counterfeiters cannot achieve with inexpensive printers. And what is probably my favourite hidden feature? However, having said all that, you'd be right to accuse these notes of being boring. They're deliberately plain and devoid of any personality. Europe is an exceptionally diverse continent, with the finest architecture on the planet, and yet they've opted for fictional designs. But I do understand it. These banknotes are used by an ever-increasing number of countries, and they can't be seen to favour certain ones. And where the banknotes fall short, the coins certainly deliver. The euro coins are arguably the coolest and most collectible in the world. Each country has their own designs, and they can therefore be much more personal. The Colosseum features on the Italian 5 cents, for example, and the Brandenburg Gate on the German 10. And even some countries that aren't EU members have their own coins, such as San Marino and Vatican City. In total, there are more than 300 different designs across the different values and countries, making them an absolute dream for collectors. They most certainly make up the lack of variation in the banknotes. But if that's still not enough, there are some euro banknotes that are decidedly more interesting. This is a €0, a souvenir note printed on real banknote paper, with real security features and authorised by the European Central Bank. It has a watermark, glows under UV light, and feels and looks exactly as you'd expect a real euro to. And whilst this one features the atomium in Brussels, like the coins, there are literally hundreds of different designs. So whilst the euros themselves might be slightly dull, that's necessary. They're the second most traded currency in the world, and represent such a vast population area. And though they might have sacrificed some infinitely more interesting notes in the process, we got some pretty cool coins out of it, and the euro has undoubtedly made life a lot easier.
Okay.
Yeah, next big move for the money out there is going to be another big move, because they just keep advancing. Like, you guys' security features are polished to the T. You guys killing it.
It's like no way
possible
somebody
at all.
could, try to reproduce it.
Today marks the release of the new £10 note, the UK's second ever polymer banknote. It joins the new fiver and the new pound coin in forming a new direction for the British currency. And it's wonderful. It features Jane Austen on the reverse, addressing the shortage of women on our banknotes. I mean, granted the Queen is on all of them, including the coins, but that doesn't really count.
Meaning.
Anyway, as cool as our new tenner may be, it seems like a fitting time to explore those banknotes significantly cooler than our own.
Okay.
And so here's my top 5.
Half asleep. That'd be us, y'all. We
In
be half
5th
asleep
place is the
sometimes.
ultra-modern Norwegian krone.
Ooh.
Yeah,
The front of
fish.
the 100 krone note features the country's largest preserved Viking ship, the Gokstad ship, contrasted against a modern expo vessel in the background, while the 200 features a cod in the foreground and multiple herring in a fishing net behind. But it's a pixelated design on the reverse of each note that really sets the krone apart from other currencies. An abstract image of a cargo ship can be seen on the 100, and a fishing boat is just about visible on the 200.
Cool.
And cooler yet, the notes have a find the puffin sort of mini-game built in, and the Norwegian Bank are even running a competition up until December 2017 to see who can find all the Atlantic puffins hidden within their design. At number 4, the Hungarian foreign. In stark contrast to the futuristic Norwegian krone, the Hungarian foreign has a rather traditional and classic look about it. The notes are nice enough, portraying significant figures in the country's history, but there's nothing overtly special or striking about them. Until you turn off the lights, that is, and turn on a UV light.
UV lights.
What?
The notes come alive with colour. The 5000 displays vivid cogwheels beside a pillar of Budapest chain
You
bridge,
can't copy that.
whilst the 2000 sees an armoured hand holding a sword and the denomination surrounded by ornamental leaves. Most banknotes do have some kind of UV feature. For instance, British pounds simply display the denomination, and the Norwegian krone notes each display yet another hidden puffin. But the foreign is by far the most impressive and the most elaborate.
That's clean.
In third place is the Costa Rican colon, a particularly colourful currency. The front displays some of the country's prominent historical figures, whilst the reverse celebrates the theme of Costa Rica's biodiversity.
Aww. Oh,
They are
That's
wild.
dope. I like that, yeah.
The 1000 colon note features a white-tailed
1000?
deer and scorpions, representing the country's tropical dry forest, and a bull shark portrays the coral reef on the 2000s, with the starfish and sea turtles in the background.
2000.
The
I wonder if
5000
that's
see a
like-
captured monkey, alongside crocodiles and crabs in the mangroves. And
Okay,
perhaps a
hold
bull-
on. I wonder. I need to go check the currency
I got the
exchanges.
same question as you.
So 1,000. So I'm sorry, y'all. I hate having to Google in the middle of a video. Hold up.
So is
It's
it that
Costa
what it
Rica.
is? Like I believe this is.
Let's see. What's the currency exchange for Costa Rica? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's 15 cents to us. That's 15 cents.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay.
So a dollar will be worth 600 and something. The phone went off. Will be worth $600 in Costa Rica.
We got a little, little value of that, a little wealth exchange. I see.
But
Not
theirs
bad.
look prettier.
Yeah, I mean, it's value right there. It's
Yeah,
a nice
the
value.
tropical rainforest theme 10,000 features a three-toed sloth and toucans. And although the Costa Rican may be my personal favourite, there are many other currencies just as colourful and with similar themes, such as the South African Rand, featuring Nelson Mandela on the front, and then each of South Africa's Big Five on the reverse.
I don't
big
know, but that
five.
might be my
And number
favorite.
2
Big
is the
five.
dollar-do, the Australian dollar, that is. Like the new British banknotes, the Australian notes are made of polymer. In fact, it was Australia who pioneered and first adopted the technology back in the 1980s, after a wave of counterfeits. And in September last year, they issued the first in a new series, the new
Yeah.
$5
Yeah.
bill.
I
And
love
it
that
is
one.
so
Yeah, these are so dope.
Just
They have
look at
UV
it.
lights on it as well.
Although the new
Yeah.
series share their size, colour and featured person with the old, the new feature a top to bottom transparent window, making it almost impossible to counterfeit.
Okay.
What's more,
They ain't said that in the last
significantly
video.
under a UV light, revealing an eastern spine bill where the old simply displayed a boring blue square. Now the
Did you
new
say a boring
$10
blue
note's
square?
been released in about a week now, so unfortunately I don't have one to show you, but be assured it's just as cool. And
That's
while on
dope.
the subject of polymer notes, a special shout out is in order for the Canadian dollar,
Man.
again picked with the $5 bill.
They actually thought
This
about
video is
this.
entitled The World's Coolest Banknotes after all, and what fits that description more accurately than having probably the coolest man alive on your currency, Commander Chris Hadfield. And then there's the urban legend that these notes smell like maple syrup. I don't know, perhaps there's some kind of
Really?
confirmation bias at work here. But to me they really do, and in a way that other polymer notes don't, although the Bank of Canada have officially denied this claim. And at number 1, the Swiss franc. Not only do these vertical banknotes look cool, but the amount of thought that has gone into their design is simply incredible.
They want it to be different.
Yeah, that's
The
different.
Swiss franc is only part way through a transition, and so far, only the 20 and 50 franc notes have been issued. The 50, released last year, portrays the wealth of experience Switzerland has to offer, expressed by the key motif of wind. The front features a dandelion, the seeds of which are being carried by the wind, and then a globe covered in arrows showing the directions of the winds that affect the country. There's also an alphabetical list of Switzerland's highest peaks in microprint, and the reverse shows a paraglider tying the wealth of experience theme to the wind theme, as well as a mountain and contour lines in the background. The 20, released in April this year, has creativity as its theme, expressed by the motif of light. On the front, a hand holds a glass prism dispersing light, and the globe
They thought about all this.
constellations
This is
above the
historic.
A map of Switzerland reveals its nighttime light emissions as seen from space, and listed in microprint are the distances between the country and certain celestial bodies. The reverse features truly revealed in sunlight, and the lines of an iris, the part of the eye that regulates how much light enters. After all that though, I am still rather fond of our humble little £10, even if these new polymer notes do get hopelessly crumpled in our wallets. We've got a 3-year wait now until the matching 20 is released, and by then, who knows what other colourful and extraordinary banknotes may be in circulation.
Okay, I have one question.
What you got?
Why our bill? First of all, we don't even call them notes.
Nah.
We call them bills.
Right.
As a reminder of you got this bill to pay. Why ours so plain and green? I mean, we got the little blue
Like-
strip. Remember when we didn't have the blue strip? It was like, ooh, this cool.
Yeah, like we thought that was dope. But this is unmatched. Like
Yes.
this is unmatched.
I like Australia, Swiss, what's the other, and Hungarian. Their notes, I like that.
I love them all. Number one specifically because of the thought they put into it.
First of all, they got it
Like
vertical.
it's just so much detail in there, and that's some bomb.
Having spent 2.5 years working in a foreign exchange bureau, I'm making a series of videos to share some of the coolest and most interesting banknotes from around the globe. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. Today it's the turn of the Australian dollar, the banknotes that quite literally changed the world.
The
In the
world.
late 1960s, with the release of the first colour photocopiers came a wave of counterfeit banknotes. Back then, Australia's money was still made out of paper and not particularly advanced in terms of security features. In other words, it was fairly easy to make a convincing fake. And so Australia came up with an idea. What if they made their banknotes out of plastic? It was an idea that would go on to revolutionise world currency, when 2 decades later, after various failed prototypes and trials, the country released the world's first ever polymer banknote.
Let's see it.
Oh, beauty.
Beautiful. Australia, what you guys proud of this dollar right here that they made? It's 10. This is
Very,
dope.
very creative. I see the Aboriginal people. I don't know the other things that's in the back.
I don't know, it just look like
It's-
some field grass maybe.
Yeah, because we're still learning about Australian culture. But I wonder what that circle thing is. Pretty cool. Oh, look, the handprints.
What you see? Oh.
Like, it's a lot of, like, I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
okay.
symbolism about Australia. I don't know
like
what
it.
that little grass thing is in the back.
Nah, me either. And you guys got some a lot of counterfeit back in the day that changed the world. So I just want to mention that there's always some place or location that just be trendsetters. Like they do
Yeah,
it big,
yeah.
and then everybody else follow.
Yeah.
Australia, thank you.
The year 1988 coincided with Australia's bicentenary, 200 years of European settlement, and the note reflects this theme. The front sees an Aboriginal youth with a morning star pole, symbolising the original settlement around 50,000 years earlier. And then the reverse commemorates European settlement, with the first ship to arrive in Sydney Harbour.
That's the
HMS
back of it,
Supply.
or?
Yeah, it's
In
the
the
back.
hologram
Yeah.
can be seen Captain James Cook.
Oh, it's like a little hologram
It's been
thing.
tremendous success, and Australia went on to introduce their first complete polymer series starting in 1992.
Colourful, I
A
love
series
it.
that
I like that.
remains in circulation even today. And many countries have since adopted the technology themselves, including Canada, New Zealand, Romania and Vietnam, with a ton of other countries still in the process of phasing it in, such as the United Kingdom. Not only are polymer banknotes more secure, but on average they last 2.5 times longer, with an expected lifespan of 7 years. This obviously reduces production costs, and at the end of their life they're able to be recycled. What's more, a lot of paper banknotes aren't actually paper. The US dollar, for instance, is 75% cotton.
I don't think too many people knew that, though.
Yeah.
I don't think too many knew that.
To produce. Every stage of the polymer life cycle is more environmentally friendly, so they're cheaper, greener, more durable, and harder to counterfeit.
Yeah, I heard
When I
that.
say these banknotes changed the world, that's really not hyperbole. And now, some 31 years later, Australia is in the middle of releasing their second series, which are some of the most beautiful and advanced
I like
banknotes ever to be
that.
released.
Now that's classic right there.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Just hit it, might come back up.
Let's start with the 5. The first thing you'll notice is that
Alright.
it's the same size and colour.
Okay, so
Yeah, I like that.
you know how we have the blue strip?
Mm-hmm.
That may be the blue strip.
Yeah.
Kind of. You know, it's kind of where our blue strip
So
is.
because you can see the green grid behind it, are they telling us that this is see-through? Because I was just like, hologramish. Probably
Yeah.
the hologram. Because they had it on the side at first, the little silver little face. And then they stepped it up again. And now you guys got it down the middle of the actual bill itself. That's clean. And it look good. It gives it more
Yeah.
fanciness, it's luxury. It gives the dollar more value. It looks
Yeah.
like it's more value. It's
I
just
wouldn't want to
shining.
spin it.
Real talk.
You're
Like,
gonna
when
put it in
we
the
do
picture
come,
frame.
I'm definitely going to have to put these in the frame. Just
Yes.
because we don't have these out here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and it looks really, really good.
Yes.
It's the previous version, and both feature the Queen on the front and Parliament House in Canberra on the reverse. This new series is very much a modern update as opposed to an all-out redesign. It's been over 25 years since the previous series was released after all. So what exactly has changed? Well, most notably, the new note has this entire transparent window dividing it
It's
in two,
transparent.
making
Yeah.
it near impossible to counterfeit. At the top is the Commonwealth Star, and at the bottom the Federation Pavilion. And the pavilion has this incredible feature called the reversing 5.
Man, look how
Depending on
detailed
the
that
angle,
is,
the
though.
5 appears either normally or backwards.
They don't have to do the little pin
The
check
little,
to see
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
fake or not.
Or hold it up to the sun.
Yeah, all they got. Well, I guess they still do have to hold it up to the sun.
Bro,
to see
ain't
that
no
number.
way. I mean, you gotta have some very fine technology to go ahead and copy this.
Right.
I'm talking about to the T because the way they got this set up, bro, it's like, some fancy print. I'm gonna just shut up.
It's hard to counterfeit.
It's just hard to counterfeit for real.
And a bird theme has been introduced, with a native avian species featured on each denomination.
What bird? This
On
bird?
the 5 is the eastern
Okay.
spinebill, seen on the far left in colour changing ink.
Is that a
as well as
kiwi?
in the transparent
Oh.
window.
I didn't even see this bird. Where does this bird come
The
from?
bird in
They
front.
have more birds back
It's
there
also
too.
rather strikingly visible under
Ooh.
UV light. Each
Yeah,
note now
come on
also
now, you
features
can't- I
a
don't
species
see
of
no one.
Australian wattle, and it's the prickly Moses wattle that can be seen on this one. If you look carefully with a magnifying glass, the plant stem in the transparent window is actually microprint, made up of a line from the Australian Constitution. And a tactile
Okay.
feature has been added to help the blind or partially sighted easily identify the denomination. Once again, the new $10 shares many similarities with its predecessor. Its front
Just so
features
pretty.
A.B. Banjo Patterson, an Australian bush poet, and its reverse, Dame Mary Gilmore, an important Australian writer. And there
Ooh,
are
a
many
writer.
references to both of them on the note, including the nib of a pen at the top
Oh,
of the
yeah, that's
window,
dope.
and a
I know you was
typical
gonna be
homestead
crazy for
from
that
both
one.
their works at the bottom, with a reversing 10. The featured bird is a sulphur-crested cockatoo, again seen under UV light, and this note features the bramble wattle. Like the 5, its stem consists of microprint, extracts from Gilmore and Patterson's poems, No Foe Shall Gather Our Hardest, and The Man from Snowy River. For some bizarre reason, Australia skipped the $20 bill and went straight to the 50.
All right.
The 20 is due to be released in October 2019 and will retain many of its current features, with the addition of the laughing kookaburra and box leaf wattle. The final new release is the $50. Its front sees David Unipon, an
that
Indigenous
therapy?
Australian preacher, inventor and author,
Aw.
whilst the reverse portrays Edith Cowan, the first Australian woman to serve as a Member of Parliament. It also features a black swan, in the window, in colour changing ink, and under UV light, and the Cape York wattle. The symbols in the transparent window include an open book at the top and the Raukan Church, where Nippon was born and grew up, passing 50. And then the microprint stem is made up of lines from his book, Tales of Australian Aborigines, and Cowan's maiden speech to Parliament. Lastly, the $100 bill hasn't been updated yet, but it's
That's gonna
expected
go
to be
crazy.
released in
I know.
2020.
Those gonna
and
be
will
crazy.
probably look
2020,
something like
so
this.
it's updated now.
Nellie
Oh,
Can't
really?
see it.
an
Yeah.
Australian operatic soprano who became one of the most prominent singers of her time. And the reverse portrays Sir John Monash, one of the country's greatest military commanders. The Australian dollar is without a doubt the most innovative currency in the world, and certainly one of the most beautiful. Even today, 31 years after the release of that first polymer note, the country continues to lead the planet at the cutting edge of banknote design.
Different sizes.
Yes.
I know that the newer ones that they did make does reflect the same size of the old one, but as in dollar goes up, and as the different budget goes up, it's different sizes I see.
Yeah, I love the
That looks
different
good.
colors. The thing I love most is that it's not the same face on the front and the back of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's different things, and I love that. I forgot the number, the dollar number amount, but it's on one of them. It's the Constitution. On another one, the one with the writer, they had pages from her book.
Was
and
that the
it was 2 of them
50?
that had pages. I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and check it out. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, but I love that, like, the writer with her book.
Again, I just think it's the value of it though, like how they upgraded it. I want to see it at 100. If you guys can send it, I'm just joking.
We're gonna Google it.
We're gonna just Google it. Nah, but I do want to check that one out because just the value of all of it, like how they just was creative with the styles of it, and I see why all the other countries / states are marking these bills and doing these new upgrades themselves. Since we got the blue strip on our 100,
Right.
you feel me? So it was like the little screenish one point in time. Now a dollar bill is blue. You
Yeah,
feel me?
and
So,
we was like, "Woo!" when we first saw ours.
yeah, no doubt.
You
So
know?
it looked good, bro. I love this video.
Yeah, so I think when we start traveling abroad, that I'm gonna start collecting the money.
You know what? And I was gonna say that too. Like, go to each location wherever we visit, and grab just their dollar bill, and then have a mirror reflection of every dollar from every state, country.
Yes. So guys, we hope you all enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you would like to support the channel that way. And if you would like to send us anything from Australia, be sure to check out our description box below for our mailing address. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.